semester and for the rest of your life. Just kidding. You finish the fourth year. Because I'm teaching VP Op 2. I'm also part of the VP Competency, VP Statics, and what's up. And after that, you guys are going to clinic. And I'll be there working with you with competencies. And we do have the CADCAM discipline coming up in the third year. And all the way to the fourth year, probably going to be working together doing either CADCAM cases or competencies. All right, so I'll see you guys a lot from now on. This semester here is going to be intense. VP Op 2 probably already know, and we talked with other colleagues, is a very intense discipline. Not because of me, it's because of the two factors. Number one is the content. Number two is the time. The content, actually, I was lucky enough when I was hired here to be teaching class 2 amalgam preparations and composite restoration. So, as you can probably imagine, this is the hardest thing to do in dentistry when it comes to prepping too. Believe me, I've been working as a dentist for 19 years. I still prefer to have a patient in my chair and I can do a crown rather than do a class 2 complex restoration of posterior tooth that had to go subgingival and I had to respect a bunch of rules. I don't want to scare you, don't freak out, don't worry, we're going to work together. And the second factor I was mentioning is time, because by November we are done. And when I say we are done, that's it. You guys are ready to go to composite restoration, start us up. And hopefully all the information that will be out here is inside your brain. You have the skills, you have everything that you needed to be successful in the sequence of the clinical disciplines and also in the we do have a few requirements in this discipline here particularly. I'm a guy that I like to work really organized. I try at least. I don't see all the recipe to be a successful dentist. If you don't follow that basic rule, be my guest and be successful outside. So as a dentist, you have to be ready to start procedure and finish it up in about 30 minutes. How do we achieve that? Is being really organized. You have all the methods, all this sequence already, ahead of time prepared. So once you have everything ready, you can accomplish that goal. Here in VP Op 2, I will teach you how to do that, how to be precise, how to be accurate, based on a number of things I'm going to provide. Number one is the course manual. I don't see any other discipline here using similar course manual because my course manual is like a cookbook. You guys have to cook? But still, we have like a checklist. We have to do a few things, right? Here is not different, right? So I need you guys to pay attention to the course manual. Step by step, what you need to do in order to accomplish a prep or a restoration. Once you do that, this is 50% of the job done. And you see that actually sometimes at the beginning it's going to be hard, but at the end it's going to be easier to follow that good book. In private practice, it's going to be exactly the same thing. You have to follow the procedures, you have to follow the protocols. But once you have everything organized, you're going to speed up your process tremendously. Okay? Number two, I also provide a very rich source of information for you online through Canvas. Actually, you're going to see a bunch of links for PDFs from articles that you can download and you can read about it. I understand you guys are extremely busy, don't have time to read everything. So thinking of that, I decided to create a number of videos that will be uploaded for you. And if you don't have time here, I know you're busy, perhaps after hours or during the weekends, you can just watch these videos and they are tremendously helpful for you. I still have fourth-year students coming back to my Canvas website, and they're still watching my group lectures, so they're still downloading material from the previous courses. So I suggest you guys to pay attention on that, and let's move forward. I don't work alone. I have this amazing group of people that are supporting me and helping me a lot. So most of them, I think you guys know it, right? Dr. Fox is right here. Have you met this class, Dr. Fox? Have you worked with him? Okay. Dr. Steve Fox, he's also going to be working with you on the clinical part. Dr. Frank here is on the back there. I think you guys know Dr. Frank pretty well. right? Dr. Markarian, Dr. Korko, you guys know. Dr. Resnick, and Dr. Risante. So we're going to be rotating in the lab, so don't expect to be attached to one faculty member during this whole course, okay? So eventually you're going to be working with multiple supervisors or supporting faculty. And that's the goal, because each one of us, we have sometimes different opinion, we have sometimes different ways to do things, and that's totally acceptable. Actually, I like that. I like the diversity in opinion in order to do procedure. Okay? Although we have a manual, we have a number of things that have to follow, but these guys are experts also on the topic. Please use our knowledge. Use your faculty, supporting faculty there in the lab. They can provide you a lot of precious information. All right? I'm the course director. If you have any issues with the content or anything that happens during this phase until November, please contact me. All right? You have my email address. Go to the case website. On the Gmail, just type my name, and you're going to have access to my email address. And let's book an appointment, and let's talk to see what's going on. Basically here, we're going to be teaching two major things. Class 2, in which we consider a complex type of restoration, but we also have some complex restorations or complex preparations. So we're going to invade a little bit the indirect restorative procedures, mainly inlays and onlays. So we have two projects dealing with inlays and onlays. Just an idea if you're not familiar with inlays, onlays, and crowns, we call these indirect procedures. Meaning you have to prep the tooth, you have to either scan the tooth or take impression and send out to the lab. You don't put a direct composite filling on the site, like amalgam or composite. So once you guys learn that, this will give extra skills to work with the CAD/CAM machine that eventually will be added to the following courses. This year, perhaps next year. Course manual. I've already mentioned that this is an extremely important part of this course. I'm expecting you guys to use the manual, so in this way you don't have like a lot of questions about the procedure, not because you don't want to answer questions, just because everything's in there. Again, it's just like step by step how to do a procedure, right? Plus, you see in the course manual that every single tooth that I'm asking you to prepare, we have measurements. We have specific numbers like depth, isthmus, the distance between cusps, the gingival floor width, and things like that. In reality, we don't really follow those numbers in the clinic or even in the real world, but I'm just pushing you guys to follow those numbers because I want to prepare your hand skills. And that's my goal. So once you follow those numbers, you see that you're improving daily your hand skills and your prepping. And believe me guys, there is only way for you to be successful as a dentist is to master how to do the hand piece. You have to be sharp, you have to be accurate. How do you do that? Repetition. Over and over and over again. I'm also suggesting guys that don't be like in between walls here with the opportunity. Whatever you're doing here, try to multiply that during after hours or during weekends. You guys live close by here, right? Come back to the lab and keep doing exercise. Not only this is going to help you during the conferences, but also again, it's going to improve your skills. And that's the most important thing for me. I don't care about the conferences, I don't care about the grades. As long as you're passing, I'm fine. But I do care that when you're on the clinical floor, you have a patient sitting in the chair, you're confident. You know how to do a class 2. You know how to do any kind of work. And that's the way I actually was my dental school back at home. So I had people tell me exactly the same thing. And guess what? During weekends, I was playing with them all. I had a cabinet preps done at this school, bring everything back home, and I had like amalgam
manual thing, so I could manipulate a mobile home outside on the balcony, of course, and toxic inside my apartment. And I was just practicing restorations, I was practicing prepping, things like that. Always keeping something in mind. In private practice is a different story. You have 30 minutes to be productive. You start a procedure and finish that procedure in 30 minutes. That's a lot. That's a lot. Consider starting, with an aesthetic procedure, finishing up, and then prepping, isolation, restoring, and polishing up and adjusting. You don't have time. You don't have time. For the course manual, have you guys access to the course manual?
No.
Not yet?
It's not.
Yeah. I was working through yesterday with Heather, and I had issues bringing information from the previous camps. My apologies, we're going to fix that, but this PDF file should be available for you soon. My suggestion, my request for you is to print out. Have it is print out. Yes, before you ask the question, you can also use it on your computer. But I don't know, I'm all kind of like old school. I like something like printed that I can see it, and touch it, can make notes. I can show it to my instructors. Like, you see this wall here, is that correct? And so I try to do like a great job in terms of picturing here for the course manual. So everything is in color, so if you want to try to print out in color, even better. So during the procedure, and this is the only piece of information you need over your desk. You don't need anything else. Your, of course, your instruments, your burrs, your high speed. But as long as you have the cookbook right in front of you, you can follow this. If you have questions, you just take this cookbook here, bring it to your instructor. I don't know how to do this particular wall here. Can I show you? Or once you are done the prep, you can also go back and say, you know what? I think this measurement here is wrong, my too. It's always there, it's a feature. Right? So my suggestion for you is to print out, if you don't mind, just put in a binder and have this course manual ready every single level. If you prefer not have it print out and spend like probably $1.50 on a binder, that's okay. This is a bit more. Okay? I'm not flexible. But at least have something on your computer or your tablet during the lab session. Because these guys are amazing, but once you call them for like a question or a feedback, if they go to your station, they don't see anything, guess what? They're just going to leave. You're not organized. Also, I want to mention about the course manual. The most important page on the course manual. Am I going too fast? Are you guys okay? Yeah? Maybe shocked already? No? Isn't that quite fun? There we go. It's on page number 7. That's the most important page on the manual. Even if you prefer to have the manual on your computer or tablet, you need to print out and print a plastic thing, a protected plastic, whatever, I don't know the name for it. So this is the project report completion. So what I need you guys to do is fill out your name, your ID, in every single lab once you finish the project. Project means you're prepping a tooth, you're putting isolation, and you're restoring that tooth. For every single step we have, from my view here, the resolution is terrible. Is it the same for you guys there? Can you read it? For every single step, you guys have not grades, but feedback from the instructor. And they're going to highlight every single one for you. If it's clinically acceptable, if it is minor correction, they're going to tell you what to do in order to improve that. But if it is not acceptable, if it is not acceptable, you have to repeat what you see before you get a final signature right at the end here. So once you work with your faculty members, they're going to provide a signature. I don't need a real signature, by the way, faculty members, just your 12 number or your FS number, whatever, right at the end here. Okay? Today and next week we have labs starting. For today, I don't need this manual. Okay, you're not following anything on the manual, and I don't need this project report.
signed by anyone. We're just gonna warm up a little bit this afternoon and do a quick prep and a quick restoration, if you time permits.
All right, so we are going to upload this information for you, I guess, a key for the course manual. So back here.
Who was your class president? What's her name again, Lori? Oh, what's the other book? Melanie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
note taker.
So you guys are recording the lecture, right? Video recording? That's okay, I don't mind at all. If you want to all be recording, you recording, that's fine. But on Canvas, you also have access to all my lectures ready. And actually, I created this kind of like unique way to do a virtual reality lecture. Okay, so you can either watch on your computer. Let me just open up like full screen. You can see everything. But if you have a virtual reality headset, like the one that you buy from any store that you pay $10, you just put your cell phone inside and close the lid. Guess what? It feels like in the lecture room. It's really immersive. You're going to be you and me. Show your face. Okay? But you should try it out. It's really good with your headsets. You're not going to see anything else. It's going to be a lecture. It's going to be Dr. Roberto. And guess what? Every single slide that I'm showing here, you can do. It's done. It's for you. So if you have questions about details and things like that, I encourage you to go online and watch those. Again, you can watch on your tablet, your computers. It works absolutely flawless. For more immersive experience. And by the way, those headsets, how much they cost? Like $10. So we're going to spend like $10 on the headset and VR set, right? And $1.50 for a binder. So you already have to spend $11.50 on your course. I'm not going to provide any reimbursement for anything here. Let me tell you that. All right? You always come to those questions at the end of the course that how do I study for the final exam? Well, my final exam is heavily based on presentations. But to be honest with you, and I always keep telling students, I don't believe my PowerPoints. Yes, they are accurate, they are correct, but it's not like the full source of information. It's like when you want to learn something, don't you go online and search like articles about that? That's the same idea. So before, students used to have access to something called the Bible Source. Bible Source was a collection of PDF books, textbooks. Amazing thing, and somehow they decided that students no longer need that. I think I understand why, because the license for that was about $2,000 per student to have access to that. It's very unfortunate because we were using a lot. But the good thing is I still have access to it. And I can create PDFs out of the Bible Source and provide it to you. As long as you're working student, professor, communication, there is no copyright issue. This information will be available on Canvas for you. The problem is with pictures. I cannot export the pictures from the Bible Source. It will be on like text-based PDFs. I also encourage you to go on PubMed and download like reviews for class 2 preparation, for class 5 preparation, whatever. And then you guys have access to that through your own laptop or tablet. Okay? So, going back to the question, how do I prepare myself for your final exam? Don't worry, I'm going to provide you PDFs that you can study, and this is going to be heavily linked to the content notification here. But the PowerPoint lectures will be also available for you. You download it, you can follow here like you guys are used to do, right? So once you have the lecture, you have the PowerPoint. Don't worry about this lecture, it's just for English. If you want it, I can post it online and you have it for your archive. But this will be important for the times. And in life, by the way, always look for articles. Okay, don't trust in PowerPoint presentations. I hate that. I don't think it's a good source of information anyways. And sometimes I see, I go to conventions and I see presenters putting, like so wrong things in PowerPoint presentations. What is that? So if I don't see like the reference, where do you take that from? I don't trust it. It's like, you don't trust in me, don't trust in my own information, it might be wrong. Who knows, it might change some things out there, some new research came up, and I'm not up to date, right? So you need to go online and download articles, and we start doing that for now on, because in private practice, believe me, you have to continue to do that. The CAD/CAM technology, I'm the CAD/CAM course director here. On the third year, we have a discipline. And eventually, you guys are going to be doing a lot of CAD/CAM procedures, hopefully starting next year, because the school is finishing up some agreements. We're going to start acquiring some new CAD/CAM machines. So, we kind of like going to touch base a little bit here with the opportunity, but eventually this topic will be heavily discussed and going deeper on that in the third year. But for the inlays and onlay preps, I'll direct you more towards the ceramic restoration. If time permits, I'm going to also try to bring a machine here or do a quick demo for you, so then you can have that idea instead of just watching the video. Another topic that's important, if you guys know that here, infection from but you have to be careful, okay? Don't create, number one, don't create a mess on your desk. I don't want that at all. And I call you, outside the lab and say, like, you need to fix that, okay? And don't get out of the lab using masks or gloves. I mean, if you do that in the clinic, that's it. You're busted, okay? So you really respect the infection control during the second year. Again, this is a simulation for clinic, and you take it the same way as seriously as it is. So if you need to know a bridge, infection control bridge, we consider that you had a patient in front of you. And that's a very, very serious thing. So be careful. Masks, gloves, and eye protection. Because you guys are going to be using bursts, speeding at like 200,000 RPMs. You might be like, debris flying all over the place. Protect your eyes. I cannot do anything in a patient's mouth without protecting my own eyes. I don't have insurance for my eyes. If something goes there, that's it. Do the same, right? Protect your hands too. That's very, very important. Okay? So, what is the roadmap for the lectures and for the labs? Number one, try to watch the videos before coming to the lectures. The information is already there. Instead of me giving a lecture again, I'd rather have you guys just like for a friendly and more like calm discussion about the topic. How about that? Then I can go way further in terms of clinical experience. I can bring you like some clinical cases. And so we're gonna try to enhance your learning aspect of every single topic here. If you don't do that, just like floating around. Of course, you didn't watch the lecture before. You didn't pay attention to the content before. This is also important for the quizzes. So that's the only way for me to coordinate here some attendance. And we have a minimum attendance for this course. So at the end or at the beginning or right in the middle, we should have a quiz for these lectures, and the content will be also included for you. So read about it, be aware what exactly is going to happen, and then it's going to be absolutely okay with that we can do quiz. Okay? We don't have a specific grade for the quizzes. It's not going to count towards the final grade, but it's just for attendance. Project report, this is mandatory. Make sure that you get the signatures and feedback from your faculty members. And course manual, I already mentioned that. So some people really like that style. If that's your case, it is time to change. Okay, and I don't mind if you keep doing that at home or in your dorm, whatever. Here, this course is difficult. For now on, you're going to be clean, organized. And I pay attention to that. And every year I bring these pictures, and I'm going to keep taking those pictures, hopefully not from you guys, because we're already establishing this kind of agreement, verbal agreement. Right? But when I look at a station like this, it's like, come on, what are you doing, So you have like gloves here. You have like, a leftover from amalgam capsules here. Look at the instruments. This is a disaster. Learn how to use use your instruments in sequence. And this is not that I don't have to provide the manuals for that. You know, like I have a list of required instruments. You just have to think. So like, what do you think? I think I have to use a mirror first and export variable. These two first instruments go on the left. First, I have to use reverse because I'm prepping the tube, following the book, right? I have the reverse there. The word block will be right beside the exported mirror. Next, what is next? Once the prep is done, when we start doing the finishing, finish that operation, then I need three basic instruments, and I talk a lot about that. The hull, the enamel hatchet, and the gingival margin trimmer. Put it in sequence. That's easy. Look at this. When you ask a student, can I have an explorer check your prep? They keep searching on the desk because they cannot even see it. What is the explorer? And on that, they're losing time. That's the way we tend to work in private practice. I don't think so. Look at this one here. Just because I ask you to have a course manual or the computer, look at that. Just one page, dirty. And I see like leftover of a model on top of this. No. This is infection control bridge, by the way. We are not even going to get close to your station because it's toxic. You live in a toxic environment. You're going to protect yourself. Seriously, with all this teeth on top of your desk, for what? I don't see a reason for that. This is amazing, right? Even the cell phone is there. Doing what? Check your Instagram. I used to say you're checking your Facebook. I just learned that Facebook is for old people. Get out of here. I don't use Instagram or Facebook. Yes, food. We got a lot of food here. Down the fork. Over to the left. We got a lot here in the lecture room. Yes.
That's Professor Preference.
Is it? All right. You can bring your hamburger here. Hey, if you want to bring your course manual like this, don't bring it. Put it in the computer. This is the way I'm asking. Find your clean, right? Open the first page here. It has like my schedule. This is clean. This is good. This is terrible. This is a disaster. Now look at this guy. That's the kind of station that I have a pleasure to sit down. Not because I'm going to sleep with you, okay? It's because I'm going to leave your station. It's not like that. That's simple. It's toxic. I have a novel left over there. I can even find an instrument. I'm going to tell you, listen, organize yourself and call me in 5 minutes. But this is the thing. Look at the binder there. That's the cookbook. Look at all the instruments in sequence. It's like a clean working space. And that's exactly how I like to work in private practice. I ask him, I need you to work in sequence. And you, by the way, need to be in sequence with me, otherwise we cannot do this procedure in that amount of time. You got the message, right? Get help if you cannot find help. Right? So what is the expectation for this course here? We're going to teach you exactly how to do this. This is a clinical case. But what I want you to learn here, just put in an illustration. I want you to learn how to look at an X-ray and learn that there's a cavity, that there's a cave there. I need you to look at it. We're going to go over it, with the reps and pay attention to that content and see how we're going to diagnose cavity and decay. This is a topic I don't teach here. I'm assuming you guys are going to be learning the discipline, but this is a topic going to be heavily based on how to practice tube, how to use exactly the word I need for the sequence of verbs. I know how to differentiate, prepping a tube and finishing a preparation. These two steps are completely different. If If you know a dentist that can only do a prep using doors and that's it, there's no fit instruments, there's no prep there. Right? We do preparation, we follow steps, we have walls, we have angles, we have a requirement done. For what? Because it's fun? No. For something called longevity. And I pay attention to that. So we're gonna be teaching you guys how to do a prep properly. We're gonna also teach you how to protect the adjacent teeth when you're doing a prep. If you cause a damage on the adjacent tooth, that's it, you're busted. Especially if you're doing the boards and you nick the adjacent tooth, oh yeah, it's better start crying. Get ready because that's it. You're gonna try again. So we're gonna give you thoughts and ways to avoid damaging the adjacent tooth. Concentrate in one tooth with a beautiful prep on that. Once you reach the decay, we also have a lecture teaching on how to remove a decay properly. Make sure you learn the steps and you need the instrumentation that you need. Remove the decay, the cavity is decay free. That's it? No. We need to protect the remaining tooth. The most important part of the tooth, what it is? The pulp. We need to protect the pulp. We need to avoid sensitivity. We need to avoid pulp exposure. The goal is to avoid this patient going through a root canal. Right? I'm going to teach you the basic principles for cavity preparation, including retention, resistance form. These two basic principles are the most important for you. Convenience form. If you go in GV Black, back in 55, right? Great, thank you.
GD Black?
Yeah.
1906.
60?
06.
Oh, now. You know what, I'm thinking the acid etching.
Oh, acid etching? 1970,
No.
55 was invented, but clinically it was
Monochlor, but it's 1906. It was like black. Principles of cavity preparation. We're going to teach you every single principle of cavity preparation. Once you're done practicing, what's the next step? Isolation. Yes, you use isolation here. Look at Roberto, being walking in the clinic, I don't see many students we have. We're about me. We're about this course here, and you learning how to do an isolation of the tooth. Because believe me, there is no way you can do a good restoration without isolation. Did you memorize that? There is no way you can do a proper restoration without isolation. That's not me saying. That's 150 years of research, probably even like starting amalgam, and then later on composite. So for the competencies here, it is mandatory for you to use isolation. For the projects, because of time, I give you guys the option. I'm a nice guy sometimes, flexible sometimes. But once you decide to use isolation, I'm going to encourage you to use the isolation. Let's learn. I don't mind if you use like 150 blocks of isolation on the program. Use it. Learn. And be fluent in doing isolation. Sometimes I still talk to dentists outside the school. So like, are you guys using isolation for composite? I don't use that. It takes too much time. It's like, what are you talking about? I can place a decent isolation in 5 minutes. Why? Because I'm magic, I'm better than anyone? No. Because I spend the time training, mastering the technique. And that's the thing, everything here is about mastering the technique. How do you do that? By going home and meditating? No. You're spending time here, doing over and over again. Yes, I had a hard time. Sometimes I used to have a hard time placing isolation on the other view, and I have patience. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a human being, I'm not a machine. It's hard, but once you get the technique, you know how to do it, in a few minutes you can accomplish it. Accurate. Yeah. You have a question? Placing the isolation. Once you put the isolation, I mean, it's like a symptom. Everything becomes now concentrated. I can see everything. I'm so concentrated in breath. I can see details. I no longer have the saliva. I don't have the tongue. I have proper illumination. I can see all the walls, all the angles. I can finish it up better. My prep. It's just beautiful. I'm sure that when I'm putting my adhesive, my composite material, I don't have any contamination. How do I call that? Professionalism. Accuracy. Longevity. Did you know that I offer my patients for some procedures, including crowns, lifetime warranty on the material? Yes. Some dentists call me crazy by doing that. Like, you can call me crazy. But I do offer lifetime warranty. If something happened, I'm still alive, I'm still in your surroundings, you come back and I replace it for free. I said, I offer lifetime warranty on the material, not on it. Because patients can have an accident, they can break a tooth, they can crack a tooth, who knows what's going to happen. But on the material itself, if something goes wrong there, it's my fault. That means I can no longer do that properly. Do you know how many patients came back claiming that no lifetime warranty so far? 0. How many crowns I did using the stairs? The patient came back and the crown was cracked. 0. Why again? Am I magic? I'm the super dentist out there? No. What is the basic recipe? I follow procedures. I respect the material's properties. I do a proper preparation. Same thing for composite. I place composite in a proper environment. What if I cannot do that? I tell the patient, I'm sorry, this is the very last tooth on the upper arch. There is no way I can put isolation here. Unfortunately, I cannot offer that lifetime warranty. Are you okay with that? If you're not okay with that, I can give your money back and can do outside of school. Is that fair? You know how is that called? Marketing. People start trusting you. They know what you're doing, you are fully aware, you're familiar. And that's kind of the trust that you have to show patients. I know how to do it. I do have limitations though, but whatever I'm doing here, I'm doing my best. That's why when it comes the time to place isolation, guys, it's going to be hard. I have very good videos for you on the canvas. Watch those videos. But once you start putting your hands to work and place the isolation, believe me, it's not easy. And unless they change the type of knots, I don't think so. These type of knots are horrible. They have the contacts are super tight, which is good. I'm not saying it's bad. Because if you're training in something that is harder, when it comes to real patients, it's going to be easier. Why patients have saliva? Sometimes even like I like to put like some Vaseline under the isolation. It's even easier to place isolation in place. Don't you guys love isolation? It's so much easier when you have isolation. I can't believe dentists cannot use isolation. Like, wait a second. You're doing preps without finishing with hand instruments, and you're doing a filling without using isolation. You're the worst dentists. And believe me, they're making a huge amount of money. I'm not talking about like being successful or not. They are successful. But the thing is, would you be happy doing the wrong thing just because of the money? I don't think so. I don't think so. Matrix band. So once we're doing class 2, so we have to put a matrix because portion of the proximal area is lost. Again, I'm going to teach you how to use the matrix bands. This technique has been on the market for, I don't know, over 100 years. There's no way you can change that. You still have to use the matrix bands. I wish you could just like a computer software to scan and put something there, but you can't. Then I'm going to teach you guys, we are going to teach you guys how to do a proper carving. Bring back something that was lost, which is called form, function. We're gonna put some anatomy there, and actually in the course manual, if you go flip some pages, you see that for every single project, I'm even suggesting you how to do the filling, the anatomy on the amalgam restoration. So if you follow these basic, grooves here, or the central fossa and accessory fissures there, you're gonna have a decent anatomy on the restoration. Is that important, Dr. Bird? Of course. You're bringing back the functionality of that tooth. You have to bring back the whole aspect of the tooth. Look how beautiful it is, this restoration. I have anatomy, I have the marginal ridge back in place. Once I check the contact area, it's similar to the other side of the tooth. It's sending snapping sound. I have the contact area perfect in place. Patient goes home and says, you know what, it feels so natural. Thank you, doctor. We are also going to teach you guys how to be careful with this debris. And here, as you can see, not only have no leftover from the amalgam, but I also mix it up with what? I just mentioned, protect your eyes. How many classmates I had back in the day that ended up removing the isolation, and suddenly, like one proximal contact ended up snapping out the whole thing out? He had amalgam and blood, guess what? Flying all over the place. Going to the hair, to the eye, to the mouth, even inside the nose. I saw that once. Isn't that disgusting? Be careful with that. That's the reality you're going to face now on a daily basis. Sometimes 10 times a day. How beautiful is this? Did you know that your very last class to learn amalgam in this school is eventually amalgam is going to be revoked from the previous? So starting next year, the students in second year will only work with amalgam. You guys are lucky. You gotta acknowledge I keep saying no to my colleagues and my students. If you know how to do amalgam properly, you can easily do composite. The other way around doesn't work that way. Some people, I know how to do composite very well. Really? They do amalgam so that why is that? One simple concept of that amalgam is more forgiving. It's way more forgiving. Composite is beautiful. That's the reason why we're moving forward in the idea of movement, because composite material itself ended up improving a lot in the past few years. So now we can probably place a posterior composite restoration with no issues. But the technique itself is way more sensitive. If you put isolation properly, if you have a minimum 0.5% of blood contamination or saliva contamination to us, that patient will come back in a few years to replace that. In that aspect, amalgam is more forgiving. You have small glaciers here and there. You know that from Dr. J's course, amalgam is way more forgiving. There's a normal expansion there. You automatically close micro gaps that left over between the tooth and the restoration composite. There is a micro gap. That micro gap is now being turned into a micro leakage. And micro leakage is a recurring decay, and the patient ultimately is back to replace that restoration. But every time I look at amalgam restoration, I think this is beautiful. I love to do amalgam. Although, out of 100 patients that I see in private practice, probably like 5 are coming for amalgam restoration. Literally. I only put like in a few patients on amalgam restoration because normally patients don't like it. I had a patient say, like, that's the only thing you can offer me, like a metal restoration? I was like, well, nobody's going to see it. You know, that's the very last tooth, and it's unusual. I tried to be like and finally, I convinced her that this is the best option. So you guys are looking. It's supposed to be. Questions so far? You guys want to apply with that? What is the roadmap for today? So once we finish the lecture, Let me show what's going on campus here. Gonna upload the course manual again and have access to it, okay? We are going downstairs just to play tennis. We're gonna do just a warm-up. You know, I don't know how long it's been for you guys to do like a simple filling downstairs, probably since last semester. Let's grab a handpiece and start doing a simple class one. Okay, how about shift number 30? Have 30?
Class uses 2:30, so I think that the expense.
Okay. What about 19?
Yeah.
It's a big molar, we have lots of room there. I'm gonna ask you guys to do just one simple thing. Try to do the best class one crafting in math. Concentrate. That's what we're trying. Take a picture. Use your smartphone or your tablet to take a picture. Take that shoot, get that image. That's a good positive situation. Just for fun. Sorry, one more story. And that's it for today. We're gonna do just this class